Hello guys, Aduke Organics is back once again. So I've received some uh, inbox and DM that I should help drop some recipe on how to do weight loss gain. Weight gain syrup. So a client's order for this one. So I want to quickly use this opportunity to give a video of a weight gain product. Weight gain syrup. As you can see now, to start your weight gain syrup, you will need the honey. As you can see it, this is raw honey. You need a good pure honey or raw honey. Then another thing you will be needing is your weight gain syrup. You can use apitamin or apitabon or any weight gain syrup or astamin, but mostly the one that works very well is apitamin. So with this weight gain syrup, you can gain weight on your butt, on your breast, on every part of your body, because it will make you to be eating very well. So inside here now, inside this mixture is my raw honey, apitamin syrup, some powders. I already mixed weight gain powders. Sorry, this is the weight gain powder. You have to mix the powders needed, the herbal powders needed for weight gain syrup. You understand? You have to first of all mix the powders together. After mixing them very well, keep it outside. Then mix your honey and syrup, as I've done here. So you'll now be taking small quantity of your weight gain powder and be adding to your syrup until it gives you the texture that you desire. So now I've already started adding the powder, so I now remember that I'm supposed to quickly drop a video for your weight gain syrup. So on your weight gain syrup herbal powders, I will try to mix some powders needed, as in some few powders you will need for your weight gain syrup. So don't mind me, it's supposed like something you're supposed to measure, but I know the quantity I need. Depends on the texture. Once you give me the texture I need, I'll stop the adding. But since if you are trying for the first time, you have to be using your spoon, or you get a measuring tablespoon that have measuring the measuring numbers on it, like 1.5 ml, 8 ml to 15 ml, something like that, to do your measure. Although there's nothing like overdose on your weight gain syrup. The only issue you have is that make sure that your honey is more than your powder, to avoid the syrup gassing out, like Coke. When you open a Coke, the way it always gas out, to avoid the gassing out, because once the powder is more than the honey, it will be gassing out. But just make sure that your honey is more than your powder, so it will prevent the gassing out. And for the durability, it can stay up to 3 months, 3-4 months. You understand? But there's no way that you have 1 liter of weight gain syrup, you won't finish it before 3 or 4 months. Honey act like a preservative to it, and most of the herbal powders, they're already naturally like based. If you get the one that is not adulterated, the one that limits, you are good to go for 6 months, for 6 good months. So I'll be adding my powder now. As you're adding, don't pour it at once, just add some more. You'll be stirring it until it gives you the texture that you need. In case you have any questions, you can drop it on the comment section. So for the weight gain powders, if you are into business, like you want to use it for business purpose, you have to need your powder base. Like your powder base, the powder that you buy in large quantity that you can get at affordable rate. The powder base mostly for weight gain always goes with soybeans powder, cumin, this coriander powder, parsley powder, custard apple powder, shatavari, then the one that you can add in small quantity based on the costs is chamomile too, can be used in as powder base. Goji berry, I think I will drop the best thing is to drop it for you on the this thing, capture on the capture of this post, so it's more easier for you to read and understand. As you can see now, you can see the texture. So you can see the texture. So I will need to add more. As you are adding, keep stirring it so that you will not, it will not go and form lumps. If it's not mixed very well, you'll start seeing lumps. And also, this weight gain syrup is also good for kids too. If you have a kid that you feel like this child need some flesh, this powder, this weight gain syrup is safe for them. But it's the quantity they will be taking it half tablespoonful morning and night. You understand? You can add it if maybe on their breakfast, instead of adding sugar in their breakfast. The best thing is to add this weight gain syrup because it contains honey. With honey in it, it has this natural sweet taste. You understand? It has natural sweet taste. Can you see it now? It's giving me the texture that I need. The more thick, if you want it to be thick, that means your honey needs to be thick. The thickness will come from your honey, because you want to be adding the powder so it will be thick, it will be gassing out. So if you want it to be thick, let your honey be thick, so when you add your powder, you will get the thickness naturally you want. But to me, this is the best. Understand? This is the best. And for people that always be asking me, should I add it in the fridge? Should I preserve it? Put it in the freezer, in the fridge? Put it in the fridge. Don't put it in the freezer. And if you're putting in the fridge, and if your fridge is the one that block things, that quickly block any stuff that is in it once there is light, please don't add your syrup. Don't think that the only way to preserve your syrup is in a cool, dry place. You understand? And concerning all these lumps you are seeing, can you see them? This is from some of the powders that didn't blend very well. You know, most of the powders we blend it by ourselves. You understand? Sorry that the video is long, but I have to do it so that you understand very well. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned something. Thanks so much for following Adito Organic, liking our page, and your comment and your patronage. Once again, season greetings, and do enjoy your day. Thank you.